I want to talk about this comment and the person behind this comment, if we could, for just a minute. Really quickly, some background. I did a video on pet peeves, just having some fun, right? And one of the pet peeves was the fact that Reese's peanut butter cups have not yet figured out a way to stop that little piece on the bottom of the peanut butter cup from sticking to the black wrapper when you pull it off. You all know what I'm talking about, right? Just having some fun. But then this guy came in. Stop eating Reese's cups. You don't look like you need them anyway. Problem solved. You're right. I don't need them. There's no mistaking that. We were having some fun. Apparently, humor and joy and shit like that shit misses you. So let's go ahead and be serious. You're right. I don't need them. What you're doing is you're publicly attempting to make fun of somebody because of their weight. Let me ask you a question, if I could, please. This is your profile picture. I'm assuming you're the adult here with the beard. Your profile name is the U 2024, and the guy who's the adult in the picture has Miami Hurricane gear top to bottom, otherwise known as the U. I'm assuming that you're the adult here, and I'm going to go out on a limb and assume that that's your son. First things first, are you really the picture of health that should be telling anybody what they should and should not be consuming? But more to the point, if this is your son, what would you say to your son? What would you do in response if you found out your son was doing the same thing that you just did on any social media platform? I legitimately want to know what your response would be if you found out your son was on Snapchat fat shaming somebody, making fun of somebody because they were fat. Because it's a double-edged sword for you, right? If you say that you would put a stop to that shit because you don't want your kid to cyberbully another kid, you don't want your kid to be that kid who treats other people badly, then you would have to explain why you choose to do it yourself. And if you say, I wouldn't mind if my son made fun of somebody else on social media, was bullying somebody else on social media because of their weight, it makes you a shit parent. But at the end of the day, you've already earned that title. On an app where you're posing with your son, you're showing your son what you're willing to do. Do you say this shit to people in person? I'll bet fucking money you don't. I'll bet money you don't actually say this shit to people in person. But you feel emboldened enough to say it on here. I'm legitimately curious. You found out today that your son was doing exactly what you're doing on another social media app, or fuck it, on this social media app. What's your reaction?